Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today is the day I've been waiting for a long time. I haven't been able to find one of these. I finally found one, and it wasn't too far from the house. It's about an hour away. Guys, I have a 1994 Land Cruiser 80 Series diesel right-hand drive. And guys, it's imported straight from Japan. Take a look at it right here. This is it. This is what we're going to be looking at today. I've got the owner here, Christopher, with me. And guys, there's so much to this thing. There's such a story behind this thing. And believe it or not, I wish I had the money to buy it. Guys, the reason why I always want to get my hands on one of these is strictly because of the capabilities these models can give. Quick example. First of all, look at the bumper that these guys have on this thing. This is going to get you through anything. You're talking about moving through brush, anything like that. You're not worried about tearing up the factory bumper. And by the way, he has all of this stuff, by the way. Second of all, this is on 35s. We got some cool specs we're going to talk to you guys about later in the video about these 35s. That's a pretty cool feature that I thought that was to me. But this is stock suspension. The fact that you can get 35s on a stock suspension vehicle is insane. The new Broncos can do that. That's how far we've come. We're talking about almost 30 years of technology to get to this point where we're putting 35s. They've been doing this back in the day. So it's equipped with a snorkel here, guys. Anytime you're going off-road, you want to make sure that you're not drowning the vehicle. You just want to make sure the engine's not waterlocking or anything like that. As you come around the vehicle, you can see the paint is in really good condition to say that it is what it is. This is a purpose-built vehicle. This is not like a Porsche or anything like that. That's not going to see any brush. This is actually in really good condition. I was actually pretty blown away. I'm going to grab that camera and I'm going to show you guys underneath this thing because that kind of caught me off guard as well. Guys, take a look at how clean that is underneath. My goodness. And the one thing that the owner pointed out to me is, guys, look at this. This is the factory paint. I know a couple of you guys out there probably went to go buy a Land Cruiser or a 4Runner or even like a Sequoia and saw the frame was painted. That's like the worst thing you can see because you know it's garbage when you see that. Also took the rear factory bumper off and they replaced it. And this is the kind of stuff you actually want. If you don't have a replacement for something like this, you're going to end up damaging the vehicle. A lot of people look down on having a vehicle that has a replacement aftermarket bumper, and that's kind of like the best thing you want. It protects all your panels, protects everything from getting damaged, and like I said, he's got this stuff, which is just a crazy fact by itself. I'm going to grab it again, show you guys the rear diff. And you guys already know how these things are built, but look at that. Built like a tank, and guys, no rust. I mean, get out of here. Just want to show how straight this vehicle is. There's basically no dents in this thing. This is a really, really hard find, especially guys imported. And like I said, again, a diesel. The one thing this one doesn't have was the triple lockers. But guys, there's a big hype feature around this, okay? A lot of these vehicles that you have that have the locking features, you're not taking those things and using the full feature on them, especially here in America. A lot of times, a Land Cruiser with the same transmission and the same gearing that this one has is going to perform on par with the Wrangler, if not better. And that's one thing a lot of people don't understand when it comes to these older models. I'm going to grab the camera again and show you guys underneath. Check that out, guys. And that right there is one of my favorite features. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about the solid axle in the front. We all know that the LX470s and all the models after, so it's going to be 1998 and up, unless you had the 105, which a lot of people don't know about, and that had the solid axle that was a 100 series, but that wasn't sold here. That was sold overseas. So, yeah, this is what you're looking at here, and now we're going to get Christopher here to come in and show you guys some really cool features that I didn't even know that these vehicles had. All right, guys, so the man that made all this happen and allowed me to come out to check out this awesome vehicle, we've got Christopher right here. Christopher, thank you so much for allowing me to come out and check this thing out. Guys, believe it or not, Christopher, how many of these have you owned?
So this is my first 80 series.
This is his first 80 series. Is this your first Land Cruiser? How many of these Land Cruisers have you owned?
His first one.
First one, and he imported his first one.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted.
Yeah, he knew exactly what he wanted. He cut straight to it. Guys, you know me, you guys as well, we're buying them all in the U.S. He went straight from Japan and got what he wanted, which I admire. So Chris, tell me exactly what made you want this model, and why did you go with the diesel? And guys, you guys know this is diesel, whatnot. Like, what made you do this?
So I've been a Avist or overlander, 4-wheel drive. I like riding trails, like camping. I had a first gen Tacoma that I built for wheeling. Decided to get out of that. I sold it, and I was looking at 80 series just because they come stock, ready to crawl. And I was talking to my brother-in-law at the time. He owned Koban Imports. He was bringing trucks over from Japan, and he said, "Hey, why don't we look at an import?" Didn't even know that was an option. So we got on the auction sites. I started researching, looking at videos, fell in love with the 1HDT. They're considered commercial engines. They run for well over 500,000 miles, like before you have to do anything to them.
Yeah.
And then I was happy with the price. I was able to sell my first gen Tacoma and get the funds, and then shop for a couple months. Found one on the auction site and brought one over.
Guys, this guy right here did it right. We're gonna have his brother. His brother's here, by the way. And Kat, can you swing around and show that LX470? Just turn around. Show that LX470. This is what he drives, and that's his brother right there. I mean, these guys are doing it right. So this is his first Land Cruiser here. He also owns a GX470, and you guys know his Prada as well. Great vehicles. We'll probably just show you guys a little clip about it in a sec here, but we're going to focus on this baby. Tell us the main things that you've learned about when you own these things, and tell people exactly what you're expecting. And soon, guys, we're going to talk to his brother about the process that it takes to get him here, because it's not that easy as you guys may think in other countries.
No, it's quite difficult. What tell you a little bit that's unique about this vehicle as opposed to a US model is obviously it's right-hand drive.
Yes.
It has cool features like the snow guard that covers the radiator. So if you were happen to drive in like snow, it's got a little wire at the bottom right here, and it pulls like a flap guard down so you don't pack your radiator with snow.
I'm gonna pop the hood because I want you guys to see that. So stay right there. And he showed this to me right when I got here, and I thought this is one of the coolest features out there.
So like this is all stock. So the Japanese they were pretty advanced for 94, but here's obviously the condenser, and then you've got a little wire here that pulls this down.
Guys, look at that.
And that's just like your snow guard, so you're still getting air, and you're not getting a blockage. And obviously,
it doesn't from right there, guys.
It does not snow that much in Georgia where we are, but I mean they're just really overbuilt. It's an overbuilt machine.
Guys, how many companies do you find that have that kind of intuition and make sure that they're looking out for their people? They know what these cars are going to be used for. They made them for all type of environments, and to see that just kind of just tells you how far they've gone to make sure we have a quality product. I mean, no one does that, guys. That's incredible. So
I would say another neat feature is like these sprayers. This is stock, so like if you were, let's say you were coming through a mud hole and you got some debris or mud over your lights and you wanted to wash that off, you flip a switch inside and it sprays your lights off, so you don't have to get out and wipe them.
Yeah, man, that's high quality stuff too. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. That's good stuff.
Plenty of more features to talk about when we get in the inside as well.
Hey, and Chris, before we move, can you tell us a little bit about these tires here?
Yeah.
About all this setup here.
So these tires came from Japan. They were imported with the truck. They don't actually, these are Yokohamas. They don't have this version in the US. So this is like specific to JDM off-road right here.
That is so neat. So guys, first of all, I also want to mention this thing's for sale. I'm going to post a link down in the description below, so you guys, if you're interested, come check this thing out. It's amazing. These tires you can't buy here. You can't buy them here in the U.S. I thought that was one of the coolest things when I heard about that. And they're 35s, by the way, and they rub in a small spot. But I'm going to show you guys. Can I see that camera? I'm going to show you guys where they rub, and they don't rub on the daily, guys. They only rub when you're
flexed.
Yeah, when you're flexed out. And you see that right there? That is nothing, guys. Like that's nothing at all.
Yeah, stock suspension, but I also have a 3-inch brand new inbox lift kit for it by Old Man Emu. Wasn't done with this build. I had many things that I was going to do to it, the new suspension and lift being one.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, found another project, so I got Gotta sell it.
He's got a bunch of goodies in the trunk back there, guys. I'm going to show you guys. So if whoever gets his vehicle next has all that stuff, and I'm sure he's going to do some stuff. And he's got, when it comes to, we got a little, this thing is like a Japanese cat as well. It kind of goes with the vehicle. I don't think it comes with the vehicle, though. If
It
you buy
can for the right price.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Cat
That's right.
included.
It's a nice cat. So so basically, he had all the, tell him about the engine, all the service you had done.
Yeah, so the weak point for these engines, it's recommended, is to do the bottom end bearings. If you know anything about I Hate Mud, you know about the BEBs, bottom end bearings. So as soon as the truck came into the U.S., I went ahead and took care of that. I have new shell bearings, so the bottom end bearings have been done by Currey Overland. They were done professionally.
Yep.
Rotella T6 oil every 5,000 miles. New filters, including the trans filter. I did a drop pan dump service. Everything's been taken care of, and I actually have the stock shell bearings that came with the truck, where you can see where the crank was wearing, and there's zero wear on it.
Yeah,
So
we're going to
perfect.
show it in a sec here. Let's see, what else we got to talk here? I mean, we have so much to snorkel. Did it come with all this stuff on it when you?
I
when you
did that.
imported it? Yeah, so he did it, and guys, he did a great job. I already said that. I've seen these hacked up. I mean, I've seen these hacked up really bad. I actually thought it came with it because of how well they did a good job with it. And I believe you said you have the front and the rear bumper.
Yeah, I have the stock bumpers and
Yeah.
mud flaps.
Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't know he had mud flaps
Yeah.
too. So that's one thing he has. Let's see what else we got here. Let's talk about the interior. I saw some things that were very, very, very rare there. And let me see that camera here. So Christopher, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about the altimeter? I'm gonna wrap around the other side.
Sure.
And you hop in. And
Sure.
let's do this. All right. So Christopher, why don't you tell us a little bit about it here?
So you have, these come stock. This is your compass right here, and I never use it, but it's just like a JDM vintage off-road compass and altimeter.
Yeah. So you see it, and does it all work and everything? Does it work?
So
fine?
like everything works except for the light, and I'm sure that's fixable. Never messed with it, but it does not light up anymore.
Yeah. Okay, man, that's great. So you got that. Tell us a little bit what's going on here. And I see you got this, like what I see ice here. Like what's going on
so
there, man?
these trucks, again, the Japanese from '94 were pretty advanced.
Yeah.
This is actually an ice box.
Okay.
You could put a 6-pack of beverages right in there, and it runs off of your AC condenser, so it'll keep drinks really cold. And then I have an ice tray right here that you open up,
No way.
and it makes
What?
it. I don't know if I would use the
Yeah.
ice cubes
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in a
of course.
drink,
Yeah.
but it does make about 6 ice cubes from your runoff on your condenser. So it has an ice maker.
Guys, we got an ice maker in a Land Cruiser. You got to be kidding me. I didn't know they were doing that, man. That's amazing.
Also has heated seats right here.
Yeah, make sure you're nice and comfortable in the winter.
The one thing that the Japanese don't care about is the cup holders, and
Yep.
us Americans, like, we love our drinks.
Yeah.
So this is aftermarket. I did put cup holders here and here, and this is a little Australian cup holder I got on a group buy.
Where did you get these? These are 3D printed. That's what
Yeah.
it looks like there. Do you remember where you got these? I'm sure some guys are curious about
It's
that.
it's an Etsy store, but
Okay.
this is what everybody's usually running in the 80 series. It's like it's called BD2, I think.
So guys, what I'll do, I'll try to find this right here, guys, and I'll put a link in the description. I know some of you guys probably want something like that.
So part of the build is I wanted to make sure I could keep track of my trans temps,
Yeah.
my EGTs, which is like exhaust gases,
Very important,
and
guys.
my boost. It doesn't come stock right here, so I sourced this gauge cluster from Australia. This is it's made for the 80 series Australian gauge cluster, and then I went with some quality gauges. These gauges are not installed yet. I do have the kits for them. But again, like I wasn't done with the build.
Yeah, no worries. No worries at all.
And to be honest with you, I had like zero intentions of selling. This was my dream truck. I got it to camp with the family and to overland, and just decided that I wanted something else.
Yeah, guys, and that's what happens. I mean, this feels so good to be on the left hand. This is actually my second vehicle I've been that's a right-hand drive vehicle, and this thing is quite comfortable. I can say I've been in them before, and it feels very interesting to not have a steering wheel here, but it's very nice. And but speaking of that, how's it been driving, man? On the
So
roadside?
at first it was a little bit of a learning curve. If you've ever driven like a motorcycle, that's kind of what I defaulted to. Like you want to stay more to the lane. So as long as you can envision yourself on the road on a motorcycle,
Yeah.
your truck's positioned. But
Yep.
it does have a parking mirror in the front right there, and you can reference your yellow line off of the front mirror.
Yeah, and that's a big help there.
It's not
for sure.
hard. Once
Yeah.
once you learn, I would say the hardest part is every time you go to change, you do use your indicator to make a turn. They are flopped, so I'm used to doing it on my left side, and my windshield wipers would come on when I'm trying to make a left turn.
Oh man, that's that's neat, guys. So
This is the indicator.
Yeah, his
This
indicator's on
is-
the right.
Right.
Wow, man. And guys, always you got the center lock diff there, and antennas up, antenna down. They
Yeah.
still have that stuff, and you know the 100 series still has that, guys. And that's such a great feature. It's underrated. It really helps. And looks like you got low heat and high heat down there for the rear. You got all that, man. Look at these. I mean, guys, this looks like you're in a plane. This is this is like guys.
Oh, this is from Japan also. So
this vehicle right here has one of the best startups ever.
like I'll turn the key over. We can get like you see there's a little bit of kanji here, but
Guys, look at that. That's kanji right there.
and it is all in Japan. Might have some. There you go.
So whoever buys this thing, get ready to deal with that. Hopefully you know a little bit of kanji there.
I have it set up now where you can just put CDs in.
Yeah.
But I do have the harness for a new in-dash.
Okay. Good, man. And dude, if you want to show them how fast this thing starts up,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Guys, diesels don't start up that great all the time. I've owned a couple of them, and this guy, I mean, obviously these guys deal with diesel all the time. I'm gonna put the camera right here and show you guys how fast this thing starts up.
So we're looking at 234,000 kilometers, almost 235. That's about 145,000 miles
Yep.
on the conversion.
Low miles. Guys, you gotta be kidding me, man. That they don't run like that, man. I mean, that's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. So, guys, I mean, I haven't seen a diesel that runs like that. I think my dad's Bobcat starts like that, but that's about it, man. Like that's comedic how well it runs. And I'm gonna go around to the exhaust and show you guys. Oh, guys, that's so nice. Yes, sir. Doesn't smoke or anything, guys. No unnecessary smoke, and guys, it runs perfect.
You can hear the turbo coming off the intake here. You ready?
All right, guys, let's hear that. Put my mic to it. Y'all hear that, guys? That is so neat. Man, what a great build. All right, guys, so now we're at the back of the vehicle. Christopher, I didn't know this. Christopher has a bunch of goodies in the back of this thing, and you guys need to see this. This is really cool to see. He changed the bearings and whatnot, and I mean, the minimum wear that was on these bearings just show why these things last so long. Seeing the condition of these bearings blew my mind. It was absolutely nuts. So let's open it up. Let's show you guys the inside of this thing. And the one thing that was also very weird, it doesn't have third row capability, and he's gonna talk about that in a minute here.
I love the 80 series tailgate, just like a truck. All right. Yeah, so I wanted to get a set of third rows for this truck, and I found out after researching it that the import diesel models did not come with third row. I'm sure the loops are probably still there because they build them in like quantity.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm sure you could retrofit a set of third row seats, but they don't come with third row.
So let me see that camera. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like in the back here. So the third row usually just kind of, you'll see a little spot down here where they will all connect, and there's nothing there, guys. And really, I don't feel anything either where it could go. I don't feel like a plate, but I mean, I don't know. Do you know if that was just the diesel models, or do you know if
That's just the diesel models.
just the diesel,
Yeah.
guys? So I guess maybe they thought that, you know, people would be off-roading these, and they don't want they don't want a full carriage of people in it or something. So that's my theory, but we'll see. So guys, come take a look at what he has here.
Yeah,
And,
everything comes with the truck. This is all specific to the truck. Wasn't done with the build. It's been baselined, it's been serviced, it's in great condition, but I wasn't done with the build. Have a brand new 3-inch suspension, heavies in the rear, medium in the front to compensate for the weight of that diesel. Also have new shocks all the way around and a steering stabilizer. I also have the shock guards to help out
Man, you got
protecting
everything
it.
there.
Yeah, literally,
Wow.
literally a full
Wow.
suspension for it, 3-inch lift. Caster correction bushings right here. Also have. This is a breather kit, so it comes with the hose
Oh, yeah.
and new axle breathers to relocate those breathers off the axle.
Yeah.
So when you do like water crossings or something, it's all
Okay.
sealed up. You don't suck water
Nice.
into your diffs.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
This truck has never seen water. And
Oh, wow.
I did inspect the diff fluid. It's perfect. Like it's never been through water.
Wow.
I actually really don't like water.
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand that.
I do have a catch can from Australia. Was going to install that.
Wow.
Coming off the turbo. More goodies. This is I do have a Sumo gear, full knuckle rebuild for the axle seal, new axle seals, new knuckle rebuild kit. I also have the tools to do that. Toyota. I got the inch-pound wrench right here.
Wow.
And I've got the Toyota specific hub wrench, and I have the 3-jaw.
See that, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's ordered from Toyota. And then I've got the Whitson. This is key right here, guys. I've got the Whitson axle seal drive. It drives your axle seal and sets it in just right, so you don't have a blown seal.
Wow.
And you have to redo it again.
Man. So guys, when you're doing your axle seals, this is what you guys should have. I'm sure you guys are doing it different ways, but this is the right way to do it. Wow. Pretty neat.
Truck also comes with some dust cover elimination from Marlin Crawler. I have receipts for everything
Wow.
too. All the paperwork, and then
You're going all
let's
out
see
here, man. This is a Christmas morning
more paperwork on that shell bearings. Here's that. There you go. Cruiser Outfitters.
Wow.
It's the part to do the hubs, and these are the shell bearings.
All right, guys. This is what I want to show you guys. So the wear on the bearings can tell you a lot about an engine. That's one thing that you can always look at. And we have them here. We're going to show you guys the wear and how minimum they are. To say the miles that are on the vehicle, it blows my mind.
This is like no pitting, no grooves.
Guys, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful.
And they've all been marked, so you know which crank it came
Guys,
off of.
I mean, like look at that, guys. Man, that is so beautiful.
And it has the recommended Australian upgraded shell bearings in it, so.
Yeah, so he
it's
took care of that.
bulletproof.
So whoever buys this next vehicle, guys, you're going to have one that is going to last a very long time, all bulletproof. And guys, I'm just going to go ahead and go the extra mile and show you guys that there's no rust. The 100 series always has rust on the top gates, guys. It is the worst thing. Even the one I had that was in flawless condition had no rust but on the gate. It's just something about it. No rust anywhere, guys. Look at that. You are good to go. The body, the chassis is taken care of very, very well.
The truck has been serviced every 5,000 miles by T6 Rotella.
Is that what you recommend, or what made you go that route with it?
That's just what my my diesel mechanic recommended.
Perfect,
So
perfect.
that's what I've done. I do have a whole set of filters for it. These filters are not found in the U.S.,
Okay.
so I order mine out of Canada.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I usually buy them in bulk to save on shipping.
Yep.
So the truck does come with a full service of filters. I have the fuel filter or oil filter there, fuel filter, another oil filter, and a new air filter for it.
Man, that's absolutely amazing. So one question I have for you: these parts are so hard. I feel like they would be hard to find. I feel like it's hard to find parts. Are you ever scared of, like, let's say something like the power steering box? It's on the opposite side.
So that was a concern at first. Yeah. However, they're not hard to find anymore.
Really?
Yeah. So
yeah, why so?
Thanks to the internet, there's places like Cruiser Outfitters, or there's like a couple places that we can source out of Canada.
Okay.
And shipping's not awful. When you're ordering from Canada, you can get. I usually order in bulk, so I'll order instead of ordering like one oil filter, I might order 3 oil filters, and you can get it to your door like freight shipping for $100. Wow. So. Not hard to find the parts. These are becoming more and more popular. People they're starting to pop up here and there because they're just, it's, in my opinion, the best truck you can have for overlanding.
I mean, he's got his eyes on another project, guys. So he's moving on. But that's the thing. Our dream is to, grab these things. They hold so much value. That's the great part about buying something like this. You can go out there, buy a new Bronco, buy a new Wrangler, but having something like this is unique and it's always going to hold value. That's just the point, especially with this condition that this one is in.
I do have,
look at this.
This is a new manifold and gasket kit for the turbo. There's a small exhaust leak coming off the turbo.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect the boost, has plenty of power, but I did buy this and sourced it I originally was going to do a straight pipe, a 3-inch stainless. My buddy has an HDJ81 that's been straight piped, and it sounds like a jet engine.
Yeah,
it's
man.
so nice.
Yeah, it's such a good,
So that was my next move, was a straight pipe.
I'm sure you guys seen online. I watched the videos too. Those guys have those straight piped, and guys, they sound amazing. So like you hear the turbo whistling and everything.
Oh yeah, and idle.
Yeah, oh yeah. So he's got all this stuff, and guys, first of all, come check this out. This is pretty neat.
This is the stock Toyota toolkit, which apparently reading online was kind of rare to source. These are your bars to take down your spare tire.
Man.
I've removed the spare tire, but I do have it.
Yeah.
And this is what came with the truck.
And that's still a JDM spare tire too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Wow.
This is all came with the truck, and yeah. That's
Man,
it.
That's it, guys. So
it did come with some neat things also, like
hauling crews and stuff, I guess. So they don't.
It's like came imported with it. It's like some JDM.
Take a look at that, guys.
Spare HIDs.
Wow, man, that is so neat. I can tell you guys one thing right now, already from just starting and just taking off, that it still has that classic Land Cruiser feel. It has a very good weight. Man, I got to remember that. The turn signal's on the right side. That is amazing. Got to get used to that. Yeah, you can feel the weight of the vehicle. It feels really, really good. The diesel definitely has more torque than the 2 UZ-FE. I can immediately feel that.
How do you feel driving on the right side?
Man, it actually isn't as bad. I can tell you that right now. Like, I thought it would be, yeah, it's totally doable. I'm pretty good at adapting stuff, like grew up riding dirt bikes, grew up, racing go-karts, everything. So once you understand, I can fly planes as well. I have a private license. Nice. But like once you understand, it is different. Yeah, like that just caught me off guard right there, because I was ready to go all the way to the left lane, to the middle lane.
Drive-throughs are a little difficult.
Oh, do they just throw your food at you? They're like, here.
I usually have like my child in this seat.
Yeah. Which way you want me to go here?
You get one of those like grabber arms that old people use.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Guys, this is one thing I'm never gonna get used to. I keep wanting to hit the windshield wipers to turn right and left, and I gotta get used to that.
We'll get up on the main road up here in a little bit, and you can open it up.
Sweet.
See what power it has.
Awesome. That feels amazing. It feels like you're almost driving like a really plush, like old Cummins almost. Like,
oh yeah.
It's very plush. The suspension feels really good.
Does need a alignment, but I was putting that off because I had plans to lift it.
Yeah. So one thing about these 100 LCs, they have a little sway to them. They do have a little bit of sway, but it locks up very quick. It doesn't just throw you around. It's a very plush feeling. It's very, very nice. And guys, it's the Land Cruiser lifestyle, right? Like, you're not rushing everywhere you go. That's not what you do with these things. You kind of just take it easy, let people go around you. You're driving a Land Cruiser. See, guys, I just did it. I just did it. Yeah, I just did it, guys.
5.
And man, when that turbo kicks in, the torque.
Yeah.
Wow. And also, Christopher, tell them what kind of fuel mileage this thing gets.
So, I haven't calculated it myself, but it's saying that it's getting 19 around town per I Hate Mud review.
Yeah, nice. Guys, 19 around town is incredible. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I had one that did 20 on the highway, which is kind of a freak. The one I did before that, my Land Cruiser I had before that one, it had 33-inch tires, and that one would do, I would say, probably 16 highway. It didn't do that well. Michael has one as well. And he doesn't have a mic on, but Michael, how much did you say yours got?
Mine does 13 basically everywhere.
Okay, like, so guys, he said 13 everywhere. So any of you guys that own the old 6.4 liter Ford Raptors know what that life is like, or any guys that own a Hummer, they do the same thing. It doesn't matter how fast you go or where you go.
You got it that time.
Yeah, I got it that time. Yeah. We're gonna give a little throttle here just to feel it, and we're just gonna, that's wow. It's torque though. You can just feel it's a constant pull. Wow. So guys, it's a constant pull. It is no means at all fast, but it is a constant torquey pull. It's exactly what you're expecting from a diesel. Do you know if anybody's modifying these things and getting more power out of them, or?
Yeah, there are people online that are putting like a G turbo green wheels in it, and they're getting more boost. And obviously with the intercooler and straight pipe, stainless straight pipe, you can get more power out of it for sure.
Oh man! So
more power means more brakes. Though.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. So the next question is, where do you go from here, man? Like, what are you doing next after this?
I have a GX 470 that I'm probably going to build that'll take its place. I love this truck. I had no intentions of selling it whatsoever, but I did start a business. We're going to take a left right here. Perfect. I did start a business.
Oh my gosh, I just did it again, guys. You guys caught that. That's strike 2, strike 3, I'm out. You've driven your GX, you've driven this. What platform would you prefer to have? What engine platform?
Well, I mean,
And why?
For off-road and overland, this hands down.
Yeah.
For driving around in town every day as a daily driver, like the GX.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
But if you're getting into if you want like a weekend car or a toy, or I mean, I know people that do daily these things, but I have a fleet of vehicles.
Of course.
I would not daily this.
Yeah.
But for the application that I got it for, like you can't beat this 80 series turbo diesel platform. Like a beast on and off road.
So yeah, this diesel is going to outlast any gas as long as you maintenance well. But if you don't maintenance it, guys, you can destroy them very quickly.
They're considered commercial engines.
Left. Right? Oh, sorry.
You can go down to air.
I can go down here. Okay, cool.
They're considered commercial engines, Toyota commercial engines in Japan. So a lot of people run around with them. A lot of businesses own 1HDTs. You're gonna take a left right here and just turn around.
Perfect. And guys, and that's totally true. So it's a commercial engine, and there's even marine applications. I haven't seen them. I don't know what company took the application, but I know that they exist. I think I'll just pull in and bag up right here.
There's a cul-de-sac down here.
Okay, we'll go to that.
It's up to you.
Missed it on accident, guys. But no, this is a great opportunity. I'm glad I could tell I'm putting you in that yellow lane the whole time. You definitely got to get used to driving on this side. It's definitely a weird feeling, but once you get a hold of it, I mean, it feels good, guys. Mailmen do it every day in the U.S.
That's right.
So yeah, just takes a minute.
And they're not this comfortable doing it.
No, they're not this comfortable. They don't have the torque this thing pulls. But I can't wait to own one myself. Christopher, this was such an opportunity, man. I can't thank you enough for this.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the build you have with your GX, and in the future, we hope to see you again on the channel, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
I'd love it.
this is great. Christopher, thanks again.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely. And see you guys on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe.